Hi guys. So yes, I want to come back to let you guys know that I do know that a lot of you all are going to have a hard time during your deliverances. You're going to have a hard time just doing it in general. I told you guys that that is a form of carrying your cross. You're going to have to carry your cross. You're going to have to get your deliverances and pull things out from the root in order for you to get to a certain space. And it ain't easy. It's not one of those things that's just the easiest thing. Matter of fact, this is most likely going to be the hardest thing that you're ever going to have to do in your whole life. It's nothing else that you're going to have to do that I could think of that's going to be this hard, because it does have certain aspects to it that makes it hard. I mean, and it's a sacrifice that you have to make. It's certain mindsets that have to be pulled down. It's all kind of stuff that you're gonna have to get pulled out. It ain't just demons, it ain't just that. And that's what Miss Williams do. So if you go to her and you only get one deliverance, it depends on your situation. You may have to get another one and another one, because that stuff embeds deep in a person's spirit, in a person's soul. It ain't just demons. Like, it's stuff that have been implanted in your soul, probably from a child, probably from whenever, and demons will attach to that stuff. That'll be a gateway for them to come in. That'll be an opening for them to be able to come in and attach to that root so that they could do more damage within a person's soul. And that stuff has to be closed off. I told you guys a lot of times it leaves wounds. Those wounds have to be healed. It's a whole process that a person has to go through. And it will most likely be the hardest thing you ever had to do in your life. Okay. I went through all of this. I went through all of it. The carrying of the cross. I went through all of the deliverances. I did it all. And this is how I got where I am, because I kept going. I kept going. I kept carrying my cross. I kept getting my deliverances. I was in God's face all the time. I was in my word all the time. I was always listening to something gospel. There's other aspects to it as well. You may have to separate yourself from certain stuff, and it's things that caused you to be in this position in the first place that has to be getting rid of and pulled out, so yes, it's going to be hard. It's not going to be anything easy. It wasn't nothing about deliverance that was easy for me. Even the whole process, I can't think of not one point where it was easy, like my process and stuff. But as I became familiar with the process, then it became easier for me, but it was still hard. Like, I had to let go of certain mindsets that I had. And when I let go, though, that's when it became easier for me. I told you guys this a while back, and I know sometimes you have to get a reminder, because when you in a season like this, it's like, you heard me probably, but you have to get a reminder, because it's a lot of times it can be so, it can be so much. It can be so much pressure. And that's what those diamonds were for too, that I was seeing. That's what those diamonds were for a lot of people. You're being put under a lot of pressure, and you have to be able to get yourself to a certain space, and you will come out a brand new person, but you have to keep on going. You have to keep going through all of the pressure, through all of the deliverances, through all of that. There's stuff in you you don't know about, okay? Only God knows that stuff is there. So it's stuff up in you that has been there since forever, and you didn't know that that's what caused you to act a certain kind of way or something. You didn't know that that's what caused you to speak to people a certain kind of way out of the blue, or for you to have a certain mindset. Our minds are really, really very much affected by those roots. And that's why certain people think the way that they do, because they have roots that need to be pulled up out of their spirit. They have to be pulled up out of their soul, and they have to get deliverance. They have to get delivered from that. Those wounds have to heal. Then you come back and you have to do it again, because most likely it's something else there. You can pull one thing out at a time, or you can pull two things out, but that's all according to God, though. All of that is according to how God do it. And like I said, he's not going to pull all of that stuff out of you at one time. You have to become like aware of what's getting pulled out. God makes you aware of this too, because he did it for me. Every time he'll pull something out, or he'll let me know ahead of time, this is what we finna take out of you. And he'll show me, just like he showed me in that dream that time. He showed me that. And he showed me where we was going once he pulled that certain thing out. So pay attention to things like that too, when God is showing you stuff, when God is telling you certain things, because it's the truth. You know, if you only got one deliverance and things, you gonna have to do it again. And there was also this lady that came on. She was complaining. I'm like, if you only did one deliverance, then you gonna have to do it again, especially with how you talking right now. Cause Miss Williams is not a scammer. Okay, she's not. I don't go hard for nobody. I really don't go hard for nobody unless I know that they are legit, and Miss Williams is legit. And you know, people forget she's attached to me, so I'm referring her to people. So if she's attached to me, I don't want myself out here looking crazy. But I'm going hard for her because I know she's the truth. I done seen this woman work miracles in my life. I done seen her do stuff that I didn't even know people could do. I didn't even know people had gifts like that. I didn't even know gifts like that even existed. So no, she's not scamming you. She's doing it exactly how she's supposed to be doing it. And also, do not expect to be on the phone with her all the time. And I know that she says to call her at a certain time sometimes, and there's times where she can't answer the phone. I've been knowing her for 7 years. Sometimes I can't even reach her, and I've been knowing her for 7 years. I understand now as I have been walking beside her, walking beside her like this. I've seen and I know that she really do be busy, and I can understand since I do ministry too and I do other stuff as well. I can see how stuff goes spiritually. Something else most likely has happened in between that time. So just try to call her again. Probably that day or wait till the next day and then call her again. I remember I called her every day for like a week and a half straight one time, or probably 2 weeks straight, and I could not reach her. It's okay. She's still doing work behind the scenes, okay? She didn't run off with your money, all right? She's still doing work behind the scenes. And I had to figure that out too. You're not gonna be on the phone with her 24/7. It's not gonna that ain't how that work. A lot of times we can't even talk to y'all like that. We're not even really supposed to talk to y'all like that because of the stuff that's going on in your spirit and the stuff that come out of your mouth and things like that. Whenever you are bound, it's certain things that come out of your mouth that we not even supposed to be taking in. So I just want to let you guys know that too. And yeah, don't expect to just be on the phone with her like that. She will let you know when to call her. Call her that day. If she don't answer, call her the next day. Like I said, it's been times where I could not even reach her, and I've been knowing her for 7 years. She's cool. She's fine. She's still doing work. Focus on getting out of that and focus on the work that she's supposed to be doing, that she told you she was going to do. She told you she was going to do the work. Focus on that part. When you can reach her, great. You know, if you can reach her, great. If you can't reach her, then just wait. Just wait and call her again until you can get a hold of her. And also with that too, that actually helps you guys as well. I've learned throughout the years, like, it's certain people, yeah, I know you feel like you supposed to be ahead and things like that, that you need the most help and whatnot, probably because things are bad. Yeah, we get that too, and I get that as well. But that also will pull entitlement off of you. Like if you have entitlement, that situation right there will help you. It's actually helping you that you can't reach her sometimes. I'm telling you guys, this is spiritual. And she's not doing that on purpose, by the way. It's just how it is. It's how it's going. But it is actually helping you too. So if you have entitlement, you feel like somebody's supposed to be talking to you all the time and all that just because of this and that, and you're supposed to be helping me, this right here will help you to get that entitlement off of you, because no, that's not how that work either. So just be patient and work with the notion of, okay, well, is she doing what she told me she was going to do? Is she removing anything? That's the main thing. Being on the, you know, you got all these people calling her. And even when I went to see her, when I was going to see her and stuff like that, I would be sitting there. I drove an hour and a half to go to her place. And sometimes I wouldn't be there but 5 to 7 to 10 minutes. And then I'll be having to leave because she prayed for me, did the blessing, and then I had to go. She did her part, and then it was time for me to go. I couldn't sit up in there with her for 30, 40 minutes talking to her when other people is coming through. People got to get through just as well as I did. And it's good enough, trust me. She don't have to do all that extra stuff. That's good enough right there. And I'm telling y'all that just talking to her is helping you. Just by hearing her talk is helping you. The woman is anointed. I don't know what it is that God put on her, but she's very anointed. And just by hearing her voice, just by talking to her for that 2 minutes or however long you on the phone, that's good enough. I don't know what it is. It's times where I went to her and I got a blessing just out of the blue just from sitting there for like a minute or two. I was sitting right there in her face. I had just got there and something came through for me right when I was sitting there talking to her. So stop worrying. Everything is not going to look how you think it's going to look. Okay. This, like I said, this may be the hardest thing you ever have to do because everybody has been taught a certain thing that ain't true. You know, so that stuff got to be torn down too. This is a new thing. It definitely is for a lot of people. And like I said, a lot of people have been lied to. We've been lied to about a lot of things. So don't expect anything but to get free. Expect freedom. Expect to get out of your situation. Expect her to do what she says she's going to do. Okay? And if she said you have to do it again, do it again. You got to keep hitting at that thing. All right? I love you guys. I hope that this helped because I know it can be very hard. I know it can be very hard. But it's not going to be like that forever. It's not going to be this amount of pressure and intensity forever. It's going to eventually change. Things are eventually going to slack up and you won't have to do so much at one time like that. And it's not like that for everybody. It's just for some people. Like it was for me, I had to keep going and going and going and going and going. You know, so yeah. But anyway, I love you guys. Take care. Bye.